It's tasty, fairly fast, and definitely easy. We're talking about beer can chicken. This easy backyard cooking video has an emphasis on easy. We'll be using my Pit Boss Pro Series 850 pellet smoker, although any smoker will work. With just a little prep and a no-brainer smoke, you'll have a delicious roasted whole chicken that, depending on its size, can be done in just over an hour. Our prep is pretty easy. We started by getting the chicken out of the packaging, removing the giblets and neck from the body cavity, and patting down the bird with some paper towels. So the prep for this is really easy. I've got my smoker going. It's building up to temperature. I've got the chicken just kind of patted dry here. And like I said, it's about a 4 to 4.5 pound chicken. We're going to start by putting some olive oil on to act as a binder. Notice I've got one gloved hand and one dry hand, and I'm going to try to use that as a memory aid so that I only touch the chicken with the gloved hands to avoid any cross-contamination. Take this over to the back side, put a little more on there. Don't need a lot. Any kind of oil will do. This is, as I said, olive oil. And now I'm going to start with the Kinder's, the blend, which is basically just a salt, pepper, garlic that I use on a lot of my cooks as the base part of the rub. Chicken is pretty mild, so we're not going to put a ton of spices on it. We'll try to get it there underneath his wings. Now the next spice I'm going to use is this Killer Hogs barbecue rub. Again, use any you like. This is going to give it some nice color and some of that barbecue flavor. It's a pretty nice rub, all around rub for all kinds of uses. I'm going to put that on a little more thick. And we're going to get him this side too. We're going to tip him up, drop a little inside there. We've got some rub on the cavity. Now over here I've got my chicken rack. I'm going to take some beer and pour that in the cup. I'm going to put the little stand on it right there. And then I'm going to use these tongs with my dry hand and put Mr. Chicken on the stand. Yeah, easier said than done. But we'll wash my dry hand when we get this ready to go in there. We're going to put his wings up behind him. Like that. Get a paper towel. Use that with my barbecue rub and go after some of the pieces that I kind of rubbed off when I was handling him. Okay, so that's pretty much all we're going to do in terms of getting the chicken ready for the smoker. I've got another 5 minutes or so for the smoker to come up to temp. So during that time, I'm going to take off my gloves, rinse off my cutting board, so I'll be ready for the next part of our cook. Well, at this point, the smoker is coming up to temperature, so I want to get a thermometer in this. And today I'm using a brand new TempSpikle from ThermoPro. This is a kind of a dual wireless kind of thermometer. It's got a magnetic back, so it just stuck to the lid there of my smoker. And then this is the probe, and I'm going to put it into the little ring. It's a little thicker than the typical probe, but it's also a little bit shorter. So I'm going to get that in the breast, keep it away from the cavity and the bones, get it in there past that little black ring on the thermometer, and then I'll go to my phone, set up the app so that I'm cooking poultry to 165 degrees. So at this point, I think it's time to put this into the smoker. So we'll get this bad boy opened. Get it on the heat. We're going to go in there a little further, make sure that we got this thing so it fits. And we'll see how all that comes together as we bring the temperature up here. And so I'll be putting in for about an hour before I come back and check on it. So it's been about 40 minutes, and we've still got a ways to go, but I'm going to make a check and see about repositioning that probe a little bit. I'm not getting the ambient temperature that I'd like. Again, it's my first time using this one, so we're going to try this a little bit different. Get that down to the rim. Give it a little more room. And it's not looking too bad. Not looking too bad at all. So in this shot, you can see that my chicken is coming up to speed. So the ambient air temperature is still a little off, but I think it may be because of the orientation of the chicken and the fact that the sensor is up near the lid. But we'll see. You'll also notice that the estimated time has started to fill in. And if we look at our chart, we can see that we've been making some progress on the temp. That last little bit of a higher curve right there is because of the change of the position of the probe. So we'll see how all this hangs together. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the chicken out of the oven. It's been sitting here for 4 or 5 minutes. It's time to take it off the stand. I've got my big heavy barbecue gloves on here so I don't burn myself. And we're going to lift that off. And the liquid stayed with the base, but the little cup's stuck on the chicken. So we've got him separated there. So we're going to put it over here. Now this was on for about an hour and 45 minutes. I chose to keep the temperature a bit lower, so we cooked at 325 degrees. And so let's take a look and see what we've got in here. So it's nice and hot. Wow. Find the joint there. We've got that wing off. Got a fair amount of juiciness there. Move him aside. For me, I kind of like my chicken a little on the medium to medium well side. And I hope you can see that it's looking pretty good. We'll cut off a couple little pieces here and give it a taste. Okay, so I am not sure if you can see all of the cutting board, but the cutting board moat around the end is just full of the juice. The meat is nice and tender. It's obviously hot and it's quite juicy. Let's give it a taste. Not too bad. Not bad at all, as a matter of fact. So the spices are coming through. The chicken's good. Temperature's good. At about an hour and 45 minutes here on the Pit Boss smoker. So it's time to take this inside and do dinner. As you can see, the meat is juicy, but well done and tastes amazing. Since tonight is just my wife and me, we'll have some leftovers for a nice chicken salad or chicken chunks on a lettuce salad tomorrow. As always, if you found this video helpful, please subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell to be notified when I post new content. Thanks for watching, and let's go out there and do some easy backyard cooking.